Welcome to FEEDNETICS, a decision support tool designed to simulate and compare multiple production scenarios in a virtual environment. Previously on our tilapia use case series, we explored two practical applications in FEEDNETICS. First, we compared different feeds for site-specific conditions, 35% versus 32% crude protein, and second, we kept the feeds and farming setup consistent, but tested two different temperature profiles. Both diets showed similar growth performance, but the 32% protein feed remained the most economical option. These results also highlighted that farm-specific conditions can shift outcomes, reinforcing the need for individual evaluation. Now, in tilapia use case 3, we move beyond protein level and focus on amino acid balance. Let's look at the impact of different amino acid profiles on fish growth and economic efficiency. This example was built using data from a published study carried out in Brazil, where 5 commercial diets available on the market were evaluated in Nile tilapia. 4 of the diets were deficient in tryptophan, except for feed E. This nutritional difference had a significant effect on fish growth. This scenario was recreated in FEEDNETICS. To simplify the comparison, we focused only on feed C, representing a tryptophan-deficient diet, and feed E, the diet that met the minimum requirement for tilapia. The objective was to verify whether the model followed the same trend observed in the experimental trial and to identify which feed delivered the lowest ECR at a 700 grams harvest weight. For this simulation, we start with an initial weight of 50 grams, a stock of 38,000 fish, and a monthly mortality rate of 1.7%. The scenario uses a temperature profile ranging from 23 to 31 degrees Celsius across the production cycle. Now, looking at the feeding regime, the two feeds differ mainly in their amino acid profiles, particularly in tryptophan levels. Feed C provides 0.21% tryptophan and feed E 0.42%. All other components, digestibility, fatty acid profile, and feeding table, remain the same. This allows us to isolate the effect of amino acid balance on economic performance. After entering all inputs, we ran both scenarios. This graph shows the average fish weight predicted by FEEDNETICS for the two feeds. The feed E reaches the 700-gram harvest about 17 days earlier than feed C. Looking at the production performance table, feed E is more efficient. It shows a lower economic conversion rate, corresponding to savings of around $80 per ton of fish produced. When scaled up, these small differences translate into significant annual savings. However, it is important to note that these outcomes are highly dependent on feed price assumptions, highlighting the need to evaluate economic performance under farm-specific conditions. This is where FEEDNETICS adds value, by linking both biological performance and economic efficiency. Using FEEDNETICS, you can compare feeds, test temperature scenarios, refine your feeding strategy, and reduce production costs. If you would like support applying it to your farm or research, you can contact our team at FEEDNETICS at sparrows.pt.